This is the all-new Google Pixel 11 Pro Fold. I know it's a mouthful, but this is a big update. It's lighter, it's thinner, this cover screen is larger, it's got new folding technology so it's flatter and the crease is less visible than ever. You can see here it's down to just 239 grams, which is pretty cool. You can see the redesign on the back here. So they've really kind of trimmed things down. It's not that gigantic island that you had before. It's a lot smaller. They haven't really changed the camera lenses. We still have those 48 megapixel wide and ultra wide and the 10 megapixel 5x optical zoom telephoto. There is a new image sensor here, 50% more light. So that's going to be great in dark situations. What we have to talk about for this $1,899 folding device is that it's not entering a world by itself. It's entering a world where this exists. So let's talk a little bit about that, the comparison between what Google's bringing to the table versus what Samsung just brought to the table. We have the Google Pixel 11 Pro Fold and with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8, which is really the new kid on the block as far as form factor. Just look at it, all right? It's got a 5.5-inch wide screen on the cover. This now has a 6.5-inch screen, and that is actually notable for the Pixel device because it is an update. They really cut down the bezel, which makes it more competitive in this space. In some ways, these are really hard to compare because when I turn these around, take a look at the cameras. There's no telephoto on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8, and of course there's a 5x optical zoom telephoto on the Pixel 11 Pro Fold. And that's going to be a big deal. Immediately, look, if you're a camera person, it's not going to be much of a choice. And these, by the way, both cost about $18.99 US. So, you know, if you're sort of comparing and thinking about them, you might be, and if you're a photographer, you might be looking in this direction. Now, with this, we have Qualcomm's basically their fastest mobile chip. We have the Tensor 6 inside of the Pixel 11 Pro Fold. And we have no idea the performance of this yet, so we can't really compare them. But what we can talk about is that they're both packed with AI. This is really a native Gemini device, right? Every Pixel device, you know, it's built around Gemini now. This has Bixby, Galaxy AI, and of course, Gemini. So you can have a very similar experience in that way. The first thing you might notice is, well, the good news is that with the Pixel 11 Pro Fold, it really doesn't wobble. This guy, and why do they wobble? Well, this has a more centered camera array and this one has it on the side, that's all. But let's open them up. That is a 7.6-inch diagonal display, and this is an 8-inch display. The experience is going to be quite a bit different. Now, we know that there's a lot of engineering that's gone into these flexible displays. They're all stacked with panels. The one thing to note on the Pixel 11 Pro Fold is that what they've done is they've increased the thickness of the ultra-thin glass. It's flexible glass, which is under a polymer layer, like a plastic layer. But that helps with the deformation on the fold, which is re-engineered here, so it is wider. And I will say, though, you know, it's hard to tell. You know, this device folds basically flat, has really hard to see if there's any crease here. That is close to flat. I would say that's fundamentally flat if I had to really, and the crease is really cut down quite a bit. Underneath here we have, after the OLED panel, we have a titanium panel, and it's connected with some sort of mesh that allows it to, again, it's a metal mesh of some alloy that allows it to bend and deform. And we know that inside the Galaxy Z Fold 8, they have the titanium panel and the titanium alloy panel, so they've done it in that way. The batteries are similar. They're in the 4,000 range. You know, the battery on the Pixel 11 Pro Fold went down a bit. They're both going to have 16 gigs of RAM. And I believe they're both starting with similar amounts, 256 gigabytes of storage. But it's going to be a very different experience. So here, if you put them like this, there's a little bit more similarity. But even then, you know, this is designed for a different kind of experience. And when we fold them back up, I mean, obviously, this is a much taller device. This has the width. But this is 6.5 inches, which is essentially flagship size. And by the way, they got to that. So it was 6.4 inches. They got to that by really cutting down the black border here. It's so much tighter, so much cleaner, much better looking. And then finally, let's just take a quick look at the hinges here. What's one interesting thing is that Google doesn't bother to put its name on its hinge anymore. Samsung still does. The Samsung hinge pops out maybe a little bit more. You can see it really here. The hinge is raised up from the back, and on the Pixel 11 Pro Fold, it's actually quite flat. It's really impressive. Aside from the obvious shape differences, I mean, this is a wide device, this is kind of a standard size device. There's the highlight button, all right? That's right here, it's a light that is going to indicate that if you're getting a call or if you want to use Gemini, you can see it in the back. It works when the phone is face down. There's nothing like that on here. One other big feature. Now, both of these are wirelessly charging devices, but this has Pixel Snap. There's a magnetic ring inside this device. I can tell you for a fact, there's nothing similar on here. It actually tries to hold on to the various magnets on the body inside of it, but it has no place to go. That's gonna be another key differentiating feature. If I were really trying to decide, the two things I'd think about is the shape and the cameras. This is gonna have more and probably better cameras. For everything you need to know about all of Google's new Pixel devices, stick with TechRadar.com. And if you want the inside story, become a TechRadar insider. Join up, become a member, comment on our stories, have some fun.